Hi, my name is Konya Campi, and today my presentation will be on Frederick Douglass. About Frederick Douglass, he was born Frederick Augustus Bailey on February of 1818. Son of a white man, his mother's name was Harriet Bailey. His mother died when he was 7 years old. When Douglass was about 12, his owner wife broke the law by teaching him some letters of the alphabet. He escaped in 1838 at the age of 20 on a train to Maryland dressed as a sailor, carrying identification papers provided by a free black seaman. Douglass had a thirst for knowledge. His famous book. Douglass wrote three autobiographical narratives. The first was the narrative of life of Frederick Douglass, published in 1845, 7 years after his escape. The second was My Bondage and My Freedom, published in 1855, written after he had established himself as a newspaper editor. And third was Life and Time of Frederick Douglass, published in 1881. His first book, The Narrative of Life of Frederick Douglass, published in 1845, it became an instant bestseller in America as well as in Europe, and then translated into French and German. The narrative described Douglass' life from early childhood until his escape from slavery in 1838. It shows the road from slavery to freedom. Douglass described his many attempts to escape and failed. And his second book, My Bondage and My Freedom, published in 1855. It's a continuation of the narrative, discussing in great detail his transition from bondage to liberty. He writes about the difference between being a plantation slave and a ship slave. The document had a great impact on society because it publicized America's ugliest secret. And his third book, Life and Time of Frederick Douglass, first published in 1881 and revived in 1892. The book contains details of Douglass' life that were left out of his first autobiography. Douglass wrote of his childhood on a plantation. His mother was sold and went to work on another plantation 12 miles away. He only saw her occasionally. Douglass recounts finding the North Star. He also warned about the rising of the Jim Crow law. His contribution. He took many tours lecturing about anti-slavery. He became the first African American nominated for Vice President of the United States. He convinced Lincoln to allow African Americans to serve in the military during the Civil War. He came up with the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery. He helped women's rights movement become more credible and noted. Frederick Douglass was the first African American to be appointed as U.S. Marshal. He's also one of the most important figures that fought for civil rights and racial equality. He was famous for his remarkable 4th of July speech. After life, Douglass was ordained minister. He had 5 children. His first wife, Anna Marie Douglass, died in 1882. In 1884, Douglass married Helen Pitt, a white feminist from New York. He is buried in Mountain Hope Cemetery in Rockefeller, New York. And that is the end of my presentation. Here is my works cited page, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. Thank you.